Good Thursday morning. It is 11:23. Welcome to the Thursday edition of Central Valley Talk Live. I'm Austin Reed, coming to you from our Tower District studios inside the Mike Briggs building. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to be live and local until just after 5 o'clock tonight. We have like 15 or 16 guests in store for you, so stay with us. Real quick, before we bring in our first guest, got to tell you about a very exciting new thing here at Central Valley Talk. We have got Central Valley Talk 2. It's right now available at centralvalleytalk.com/2, and we are airing classic movies 24/7. Again, centralvalleytalk.com/2, and we're talking like old school movies from the 30s, 40s, and you got to check it out, streaming 24/7. It's going to be a hot one here in the Central Valley today, highs close to 90, so get ready for that. We are going to head up north, though, at the very beginning of our show today. Joining us live via Zoom is Jamie. Hello there. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Hey, we're doing good. I would imagine it's a little bit cooler where you are than here in Fresno today.
You know, it is a little bit, but also at the same time, I walked out of the house wearing this and I tossed the jacket because it was that warm.
Really? Okay, so it's like, this is a statewide thing. Now, where are you based out of again?
So I'm land of Apple. So I'm right in the middle of Silicon Valley.
Right in the middle of Silicon Valley. Now, I was reading your bio. You've been obviously a realtor, a multimedia designer, entrepreneur, very creative background in branding and entertainment. You've got a lot of public relations experience as well, which I think helps for what you do. I want to start with why and where people are locating as of today. What are you seeing?
Well, right now, a lot of people are moving out of California. Some people moving in as well, but we're seeing a lot of Californians pack up and move over to nearby states like Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Arizona. But, they're starting to kind of creep out a lot more towards Texas, as well as even Tennessee and Georgia. And of course, there's a lot of people moving elsewhere and a lot of people moving back in towards California. And of course, with you guys, we're probably, people from the Bay Area are probably driving up your Fresno prices, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. We're seeing, the lowest you could get, maybe a 3-bed, 2-bath in Fresno, not the best area, maybe $250 if you're lucky.
Yeah, well, over here in Silicon Valley and in San Jose, the median home price is around $1.8 million.
Right. Yeah. So while a lot of us are complaining here in Fresno, we don't have as much complaints down here than you have up there.
Yeah. So sorry if some of our people are driving up your prices.
It happens. You know what? It's post-COVID, so things are changing.
Hey, but it's good for homeowners in your area because it's bringing up the equity, though.
Absolutely. It's fantastic for people looking to sell even 10 years from now. I want to talk a little bit about some of the cost of living and tax rate considerations, because you have a lot of experience on that side.
So with cost of living, that's something that's one of the points that most people think about when you talk about relocation. Because if you were to even move from Fresno over to, let's say, Georgia or Tennessee, there's websites that you can check like bankrate.com for cost of living calculators. So if you were making, let's say, $100,000 over in Fresno, it could be anywhere to have the same kind of living for about 46,000-ish in Tennessee. So you can kind of see how much farther your money goes, especially when it comes to food, gas prices, housing costs, even schooling, if for some people that are doing private schools. But at the same time, when people move out there, it's so much harder to relocate back to California unless you have a good paying job that brings you back over here.
Right. We were actually talking on the phone just before our interview today, and you brought up something that I've never heard of.
Oh, yes.
This extortion with rogue moving companies. Tell our audience what is this?
So this is not something that we think about. We all get the scammers that call us pretending to be IRS or PG&E trying to get our money, right? Or even, they are predatory against little grandmas. And what people are doing right now is they're hiring movers and they're getting their entire home packed to move either cross state, cross country, and they're getting quoted a lower price. And what's happening is they're getting quoted a lower price.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get to the other area, these movers will not unload their whole entire semi-truck worth of precious belongings without getting paid that extra, I don't know, 5, 10, I don't know, almost $20,000 depending on the move.
Oh,
it's insane, right?
Now,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. It doesn't surprise me though.
Yeah.
How long has this been really a thing though, that people are first now kind of talking about it?
Well, honestly, I haven't heard about it like too much until recently. I've heard of people jacking up the prices before, but I didn't realize that this was such a thing. What I've also heard is for some other people, they've actually got things packed away. They're going to be moving, and then once they're settled in their new area, they call the company up and, hey, let's have things delivered. Well, what's happened to some people is their stuff gets shoved in a storage locker and the company disappears. They don't pay. The broker that they hired is gone too, off the face of the earth. And you've seen those auction wars or those storage wars.
Sure.
People get their stuff just auctioned off. And they didn't know about any of this. They assumed their things were just safe and sound somewhere, probably in a yard, ready to get delivered with a semi-truck over. But some of their items are just completely gone. And heirlooms, you can't replace any of that. If you're a minimalist, okay, well, you probably don't have that much stuff anyways. But precious heirlooms, it's things that people don't want to lose or have to even, you can't replace them.
Right. It's kind of like it's reminding me of, some towing companies are right? Like the prices that, it's insane. What can be done about this? I guess talking about this, calling these places out.
Well, you have to do your due diligence. Either talk to a professional realtor that you're working with on your cross-country move or relocation experts. But one of the things that I read was that you should not go and just randomly choose somebody. And the little red flags to spot is if you're talking to somebody on the phone, they send you a contract. They don't even come by and check out how many rooms you have, how heavy the items are. And they basically just quote you a price based on what you're telling them. That's one of the red flags because some of these people are actually brokers. And so they don't actually own the moving companies and they contract out to third parties. And when third party receives the contract, they're like, oh, okay, cool. There's 2 bedrooms and a few things in the garage. And then by the time they come by and pick it up, they're getting screwed on their end too, because they realize, oh, this is basically a whole entire 5.5 bedroom home that I need to put in here. And I only quoted them for 2. So, it all depends, but definitely do your due diligence, check if they have a license, and as well as, make sure that they're bonded, but referrals and also a little bit of internet sleuthing go a long way.
Interview these companies for sure. Hey, one of the things that I know you wanted to talk a little bit about is kind of why, for anybody to trust your gut instinct when you're interviewing an agent, back to that interview.
Oh, yeah. Well, this also goes for the moving company, too. Yeah. I'm not sure about you, but occasionally I get that spidey sense when something is just not right or that person that you're near, something's just kind of off. A lot of times we use our own judgment in our brain to go, oh, that's fine. Everything's going to be okay. But in reality, we're all human. We should really trust our gut instinct because a lot of times you know more than you actually think you know, and you have to go with the right person that works with you. If you realize that this person seems a little shady, moving company, agent, even friend, you may want to kind of trust your instincts just so you get led in the right direction.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of predators out there.
Yeah, exactly. We've got about a minute left. Best way to connect with you and any other parting goodbye words?
Oh, yeah. Well, my name again is Jamie Giarratana. You can reach me at JamieGiarra.com. I'm also under the same thing on Instagram, YouTube, as well as TikTok. And yeah, I'm also with United Home Group at Keller Williams Cupertino. So if anybody needs any relocation help out of the Silicon Valley or California, I have a huge network of people that I can introduce you to as well.
I love it. Jamie, thank you so much. And what if this moving thing is fascinating. If you find any other kind of investigative real estate stories for us to talk about, connect with me and I will bring you back on, okay?
Definitely. I'd love to.
All right.
It was fun.
All right, Jamie. You have a good rest of your day. Thanks for coming on. Good to meet you online.
You too.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm Austin Reed. Bye. I'm Austin Reed. I'm Austin Reed. Man, I have a big ego. You're watching Central Valley Talk. We'll be back in just a bit.